I'm your host, my son, and welcome back to the shit show. And as usual, America is still a shit show. It is so much going on. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, Trump is at it again. The Epstein files have been voted on, and they will be released shortly after the GOP and Republicans scrub Trump's name and all the rest of the Republicans from the list. They will release them. They say they have 30 days to do it. So right now they're scrubbing it. You know, Epstein's brother said he got a tip that said that they're in Virginia scrubbing it.
What I do want to talk about is I've been recently told the reason they're going to be releasing these things and the reason for the flip is that they're sanitizing these files. There's a facility in Winchester, Virginia, where they're scrubbing the files to take Republican names out of it. That's what I was told by a pretty good source.
So yeah, that's what they're doing right now. So it's supposedly will be released anytime now. We'll see the redacted and erased names of, you know, the facsimile of what the actual Epstein files are. We'll see that shortly. But there's been so much craziness about these Epstein files that Republicans are going crazy. They keep on trying to tell people, well, Democrats are on the list. It's Democrats on the list. And we don't give a fuck who's on the list. We want everybody on the list to go to jail.
Why does Fox News and the Republicans keep on saying, well, there's Democrats in the files? We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Lock them up. Talking about there's Dems in there. There's lefties in there. There's libs in there. The Clintons are in there. Lock them up. Bill Clinton is not the current president. What is wrong with y'all? Us people with a fucking brain are not worried about left versus right. This ain't the Crips versus the Bloods. This ain't the Redskins versus the Cowboys. This ain't the Lakers versus the Knicks. This is our real fucking life.
We not trying to cap for no Democrats. This ain't about left or right. This is about right and wrong. This is about immorality. This is about protecting babies, protecting women. Like, I don't understand why y'all keep saying, oh, you know this person. And then the crazy shit, now this shit just drives me crazy. They constantly bringing up Stacey Plaskett. Okay, now, Stacey Plaskett, right? She is a non-voting member of the House of Representatives, and she actually represents the United States Virgin Islands, which is actually where Epstein Island was. So Epstein was a constituent. So she is questioning Michael Cohen during a congressional testimony. Now, Michael Cohen was a whistleblower. He turned on Trump, and he was talking about the whole Trump empire and what was going on and how they were doing things wrong. So Epstein knew he had connection to her. So he's sending her information. Ask about this. She's getting information about Trump to ask Cohen so that the truth could come to light. Now, what way to get information about a criminal but from another criminal? So they keep saying, oh, she was communicating with him. Now, this is prior to him being under federal investigation that it was even known. Yes, he had copped out to some charges in 2008, but at that doesn't mean that she had a relationship with the man. She utilized the man for information that he had against somebody that she was trying to get information on. That happens in law. This lady's a lawyer. She's a criminal defense attorney. She's been in law her whole life. So they deal with other criminals to get other criminals, and they want to compare Stacey Plaskett text messaging about Donald Trump and trying to get information to Donald Trump being involved intimately with the ring, allegedly, with what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein.
I explain to people, I've been a prosecutor for many years. And there are a lot of people who have information that are not your friends, that you use to get information to get at the truth. This was 7 years ago, and people need to understand this was a huge hearing that was taking place with Michael Cohen finally coming forward to talk about monies that he had with the potential hush money that had been paid to Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about the allegations against Trump. We were entering a hearing. Lots of people were texting me. Lots of people were giving me information. And I find it really interesting and almost rich that the Washington Post took 30 seconds, one set of question line that I did, and say that Epstein was directing me as to what to question Michael Cohen. I have 5 minutes of questioning. I had a lot of questions, 20 years of experience that I had at the time, along with other information I was getting from many sources about issues that should have been raised. And I also want to say that the issues that I raised in that hearing related to individuals who were closest to the president and who could know about money has never been looked into.
Right, and we have the full transcript right here. But, you know, no doubt you have an impressive resume, right? You're a former federal prosecutor, you were an impeachment manager. But yes or no, if Epstein had not brought up Rona to you in that text, would you have asked Michael Cohen about her independently?
Probably not. I asked about 3 other individuals as well. Everyone knew, other people knew that this woman had been the president's assistant. I talked about other individuals who were also close to him that other people had given me information about, that I'd found other information about. And there were other issues that I talked with him about as well, Michael Cohen, that I brought up during that time.
Right.
So as a prosecutor, as an investigator, you glean information, get information where you can. Some of it is relevant, some of it is not, and you put it all together and you ask the questions.
And I understand.
You want to compare a man actually doing something to children, physically, sexually assaulting children, allegedly, to a woman getting information from him and say that why was she dealing? We know why they was dealing with each other. She was communicating with him because she wanted information about Donald Trump. But we don't know why Donald Trump was dealing with her. We don't know how these 2 60-year-old men that was running around, hanging around, and you see they had a real chummy relationship all the time, sending each other text messages. We don't know why these emails say that Trump was blowing bubble. We don't know why, but we want to find out why. We don't know why they were sending each other Christmas gifts. We don't know why he's at his wedding. We don't know why. We have no understanding of why Epstein would say to his brother that if they knew what I knew about the candidates for election, that there wouldn't even be an election.
Jeffrey, in 2016, I said this publicly before, Jeffrey told me that if he said what he knew about the candidates, they'd have to cancel the election. He didn't tell me what he knew, but Jeffrey definitely had dirt on Trump.
We don't know why. We have no idea why those things were said. We don't know what was in those Epstein files. We don't know why everybody who's seen the Epstein files is saying that his name is in there thousands of times. We don't know why, but we want to see. There's nothing that Stacey Plaskett did that we need to know why. We know exactly why. She wanted to get information about Trump, so she was communicating with somebody who had information about Trump. It's simple. And then they bring up Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries just want money. He's AIPAC Shakur. They don't call, listen to me. Hakeem is about $1. So he hit Jeffrey Epstein for money, like the rest of these politicians do. I don't give a fuck about Hakeem. Hakeem doesn't have any moral ground. I don't think he's moral. I think he's a politician. But he wasn't fucking with kids. This is what y'all keep the thing. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. We want to know the people who were intimately or intricately, who were participants, who enabled, who helped, who facilitated Jeffrey Epstein with pedophilia. That's what we want to know. The rest of the shit you talking about, we don't care. And if the Dems is in there, every Dem that's in there go to jail. We don't give a fuck. Stop trying to tell us, oh, you ain't saying nothing about this, because we don't care about the shit you talking about. I don't care about Hakeem Jeffrey trying to get money from him. I don't care about Stacey Plaskett trying to get information. I care about the people that was trying to get sex from the kids. That's what we care about. It's a problem if the president of the United States was allegedly dealing with children, underage children, to have sexual contact. That's a problem for us. We care about that. We would like to know if that happened. And if anybody else that's around us in the government, we would like to know that too. And we don't give a fuck about the party. I tell you this, man. The craziest thing for me is there are 4 type of people that we need to study. I swear to God, over the last few years, I realized that science needs to take pieces of these people's brains. You have Trump followers. You have Kanye West followers. You have Nicki Minaj followers. And last but not least, you have Tory Lanez followers. boy, these 4 people, the mind state that they have, I don't give a fuck. If one of them people told them the sky was purple, they gonna say it's purple. Everybody else is lying. Fuck the blue that we knew. They're gonna tell you everything, every scientist, everything in the world. If one of those people tell their followers that 1 + 1 ain't 2, they're gonna swear up and down it's 5. They don't give a fuck. They will die that it's 5. I'm telling you, they need to donate pieces of their brains to science. There's nothing else. You gotta understand the mind state of that somebody who is so obstinate. It's not stubborn, it's obstinance. Obstinance is when somebody can show you facts, put it right into your face and say, hey, look, this is the facts, and they just ignore it. Those people have the ability to make their fans ignore facts, ignore truth, ignore everything. They will ignore it to the death.
Whoopie dee scoop whoop.